Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this as a jump. Let's see. Ready? 1K, no way! I don't know if I could get that as a slow-mo. Maybe I should. Whee! Hey everybody, it's Tanya here. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to the 2022 wrap-up and the big celebration that I've been waiting for a long time. It's the 1K! 1K, no way! I did it. I'm trying not to yell too much because I'm in my little forest space, which I love, and I'm going to take you on a walk in a minute. And I just want to let you know I don't have a gimbal, so it might be a little shaky, but I'm doing my best. I'm just, you know, picture me walking through the forest with my arm up in the air with the camera here. Anyway, it's a beautiful in-between blizzards moment. The sun is just going down. See if I can't show you a little bit of that. So pretty right now. And the light is gorgeous. And I just wanted to share a little bit of nature with you today. I haven't been on camera in a while, and figured it would be nice to get out of the house, and it's kind of noisy where I am today anyway, so this is a great excuse for me to get out and get some stress relief, and we're going to do that at the end of the video, so hang in for that. Or, you know, check the chapters below. Did you know there's chapters in almost all my videos now, so you can just click through to what you want to see, which is great because sometimes they're long. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you so much for being with me this year. Almost 2 years, and all the content that's gone out, I'm really happy with it, and I really wanted to say thank you for sharing your comments and your interest, because I really want to create what you guys are really looking for. And in addition to the downloads that come through, if you want to call it that, the light codes that come through, and the art that I am doing, I also think it's really important to make sure that you guys are being heard and that you are having things addressed that you might be working through. The awakening process is not easy, as you know, and especially when you're coming into the beginning of it and finding out that there's all of these things that you might never have heard of before, and all of this information, and you just want to know what's going on and how to navigate that. So there are some videos that have come through in the past while that really address that, but if you're looking for something specific, pop it in the comments. You know, I love to hear from you guys. I love having this as a space where we can create our own community, which reminds me, check the community tab. I post there a couple times a week, at least I try to, and it's a great place to do polls and see behind the scenes, but also for those of you that are trying to connect with like-minded friends, people, if you identify as a particular galactic being or starseed, that's a really great place to also see what is it that other people are doing and what communities are they in, and what are they going through. So it's great. For those of you that took time through the last year and a half to like and share and comment, thank you. Thank you so much. It means so much to me, because I really wanted this to be a channel that grew naturally with a community that really loves and respects themselves and each other, and also really enjoys the content I'm creating. So I'm not creating trashy stuff just to get the numbers up, you know. So getting to 1,000 was a huge deal, and it took a long time, and I'm really glad that you're part of it. So today I'm going to talk a bit about what has happened over the last year and a half, almost going into 2 years since I started the channel. 180 videos later. I still can't believe it. I'm going to share a little bit about what's going to come up next year and what to expect. And also, I'm really curious to hear from you guys. I would love to know from those of you who are watching if you identify yourself as a starseed, and if you do, if you feel an alignment to any of the particular galactic groups like the Andromedans or the Antarians, the Sirians or the Orions. There's so many. And maybe drop it below. You never know who you'll connect with in there. It's quite amazing. And the community tab too. Always great people doing things there. And I am so happy that you're here. and I'm so grateful. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. Thank you for all your love and support, not just for me and the channel, but for all the other people that are watching who identify as starseeds or empaths or light workers, or people that are just trying to figure out where they stand and what they're doing. And it's amazing how much of a difference it can make in somebody's life and energy simply by reading a comment. Thank you so much for being a participant in this group energy and group consciousness of those of us that are through the awakening and beginning to help all of those who are just starting their journey. And if you're just starting your journey, welcome. I'm glad you found this place. So this is a favorite spot. There's always hundreds of birds here because these people love their birds and put out all the feeders. But let's head down to the stream so you can enjoy that little space without any traffic noise and stuff. Hey everybody. Well, it's a little busier here than I thought it would be, but that's okay. I'm really excited to share this spot with you. I've shared it before in shorts and whatnot, but not really a longer pose and chat. And we've just had a melt after a huge snowstorm, so everybody is out on the trail right now. And I really thought it would be quieter because it's the end of the day, but it's not. That's okay. Anyway, I'm going to wait for some more people to drift by, and then I'm going to stop at the creek and share you a spot. You know, I always say in the winter, these trees, they look like they have their socks on. They're going for a walk. Bad humor. Okay, here we go. So I had my microphone plugged in and it wasn't picking anything up, so I'm going to try and do this without. You should get some of the water sounds. It's really beautiful. Oh, the water is super high. Holy moly. Oh, wow. Ooh. I wonder if this translates. Can you guys feel the energy of that? Just shifting and moving everything. And a beautiful sunset reflected in the water. So, back on the path. Yeah, it's been an incredible...
Right, so here I am back in the studio. It's editing Tanya. Big ups to Chateau Diaries for that reference. Anyhow, why am I here? I'm here because I'm not a cameraman, and for some reason, these next couple of shots, I had the camera really close to my face. So here comes the next section called Let's Look Up Tanya's Nose. Anyway, back to the video.
Here we are on this beautiful path, and it's a place that I really like because it's a little bit away from everything, and there's some animals often come out, and I usually see incredible things. We get the most incredible clouds here. You get to see a lot of the spaceship clouds, the lenticular, the ones that look like big spaceships. Also, this is where, I'm just going to turn the camera around, this is where I shot the footage of the spaceship cloud that had the right angles. Check out this ship. Do, 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 do. That right angle right there. Which, if you didn't know, clouds don't have right angles. So it was kind of cool. It's been really interesting watching this channel evolve and seeing what's happening and finding out what you want as content. I'm still always fascinated. Please do leave a message in the comments if there's something that you really want to see or learn about. I'm so happy to do that. That's part of the job that I have. And I'm wondering, maybe I should tell you a bit about who I am. If you haven't seen me before, you're probably wondering what this is about. So my name is Tanya, and I have worn many, many hats in my life. I've been a graphic designer. I used to own my own pet care business. I'm a certified homeopath, and I have done art and design and science. I've written curriculum. I've taught at post-secondary educational places, as you can tell by the grammar. And all of those things have been wonderful. But it wasn't my heart's calling. And
so this is the part of the video where I'm going to share my accomplishments, and I somehow lost the footage of me doing that in the wild. So I'm going to do that for you right now and put on the old eyeballs. So something that was really major was after about 15 years, I decided this year to finally sell my crystal business. Now I still have an amazing collection of Starbury quartz crystals, which are in my safekeeping and ready to go as they decide they want to go. But otherwise, I sold all of it to someone who is really lovely, and she's just starting out. And it's so amazing to see my journey with that ending and hers just beginning. And it really made a huge space in my life to actually fully commit to doing this, which is what I love, doing the activation art, bringing the light codes in, bringing in the incredible channeling and the activation art, and being able to be here to support you as you go through your awakening, through the art, through teaching, and these videos. So that was really exciting. And in addition to that, I decided to launch a website specifically for my art. So I have lightcodearts.com, which is my new site, but also I have art.tanyaqc.com, and that's where all of the starseed art has been living at this point. And you can head over there if you're looking at any of those prints, or if you are looking to connect with the energy of many different galactic groups that I have worked with over the year. And so that's been really incredible. That was, I would say, probably the biggest thing. But this list is much bigger than I was anticipating. This is actually a really good exercise, something I don't normally do, but someone had suggested it, and I thought, okay, I'll try it. And as soon as I sat down and started doing this, I was just shocked at how much I accomplished, because something about the end of the year, you know, you just kind of get sort of a funk and a depression, and I felt like I hadn't done anything, and then I was all up in my head about accomplishment does not have to mean getting stuff done. So it's been a really interesting month, year, couple of years, but I wanted to share that with you. And really, it's like a little diary for myself. So here's some of the other amazing things that happened this year. 180 videos. I can't even believe it. 600 plus posts on Instagram. Over 1,500 stories on Instagram and Facebook. How did I even do that in 1 year? As you saw earlier, I caught some amazing starship clouds and got some great videos of that. I created hundreds of tips and tricks on healthy eating and shared lots of recipe ideas, and you can find those over on my Instagram account. And this is a big one too. In July, I did something I've wanted to do for years, and that was to launch the Women Working with Light podcast. And it was incredible. I got to interview these women who are creating change in themselves and all of those around them, doing different things ranging from channeling to creating art that's connecting with star seeds and galactic friends, similar to what I'm doing, people that do light code work, people that learn the language of plants and how plants are communicating with us, people who do metaphysics and are doing sustainable farming. And it's been incredible. And that podcast, something funny happened with the host, and I'm not going to go into the story, but the end of it was I decided to make it into a YouTube series instead. And so you can actually see that in the playlist. Now, if I can for once get my hand going the right direction, I believe it's this direction. You can check out the playlist there and see some of the great interviews I've had with people over the last few months. And that will continue to come in 2023. So that was a huge, big one too. Another one that was quite interesting was I did a metaphysical show as a vendor, but this time around only as an artist doing light code work. And it was incredible. I had some really amazing connections with people. I saw a few people actually get activated on the spot, which for me was like, wow, so incredibly emotional. One was a husband of a wife who dragged him to the metaphysical fair, and he didn't really want to be there, and he saw this piece of art and he just picked it up and he couldn't stop staring at it, and he couldn't stop staring at it, and he left and he came back and he looked at it, and he just wanted to know everything about it, and he had never heard of it before. He wasn't a spiritual guy, and there was just something that connected with him, and he bought it and he felt amazing. And another woman who saw a particular piece and literally broke out into tears as soon as she picked it up. And she said, I don't know what it is about this. It's just connecting with something inside. And I just feel like I am lifting up and all of this energy is coming forward and I just need to cry it out. And she actually bought a print of that one, and it was incredible. So to actually see the work connecting with people one-on-one was definitely one of my highlights of 2022. And the other thing I did, which was actually hard because it took forever to get to it, but 2 times I've done this now, I did a full studio clean and tidy, and you've seen one of the videos, and there's another one in the works where I actually installed a keyboard tray, reorganized my whole desk, and I redid all of my art flat drawers, which took forever, but a lot of fun. You might enjoy that one. And in addition to all of that, I have done over 50 plus readings, guidance, and healing sessions. So a lot more going on than I thought. And on the personal side, all sorts of stuff going on. And what I wrote in my notes, which I think is amazing, was I actually survived 14 x-rays and 2 CAT scans this year. It's been a pretty incredible year, and I am so excited to see what comes next. So that's the next part coming up. I want to talk to you a bit about some of the ideas that I've got going forward, and also to encourage you to share your feedback and your comments. And did you know that you can leave a comment below or in the community tab, or contact me through the website if there's a particular question that you have, or if there's a particular group of galactic beings that perhaps you would like to learn more about, or see if that's somebody that I might have connected with, because there are many. A lot that I haven't connected with yet, but many that I have and have not shared the videos. So that's all coming up this year too. But let's go back to outside and you can see what's going on. Okie doke.
What's next? What are we doing next? Well, let me take a little pan. This beautiful sky that is happening behind me. Well, I really want to keep my channel ad-free. And if you didn't know that yet, part of what has been going on is trying to get to a certain amount of subscribers really does open up a lot of avenues for you, like monetizing your channel. But I don't know about you, but I hate ads. And this is in no way a plug, and sure the heck is not sponsored, but I really enjoy the YouTube Premium service because then I don't get ads and I can download whatever videos I want to watch later without an internet connection. So I love that. But for those of you who don't do that, you probably get a lot of ads, and especially if you're in the middle of a meditation video, it can be, well, kind of frustrating. So that was the idea, was to move forward into the next chapter of the channel and not have any adverts. So in order to do that, I have to find a way to bring a little income in. Since I started the channel, it's not monetized. I don't bring any money in. I sell the occasional print, and you can, well, I'll have to figure out. I think I'll put a link down there so you can see art.tanyaqc.com, where some of my art and prints are. And I'm starting a newsletter, which is really exciting. And hopefully that's something you'd be interested in. You can follow along and see what I'm doing and all the new releases that are coming out and all the original art, because that's the way to find the originals. And yeah, I'm just trying to think about what exactly it is that we're doing. I'm at the halfway point, so you ready? Here we go. And whee! Nothing if not always having fun. That's me. I am a joy-filled light being. It's my kooky hat. Having my walks. Anyhow, yeah, so I would really like to continue on doing that and finding a way that I can do what I love, creating content for you, being the conduit that has been requested by many galactic groups to bring through their messages and anchor their energy into this reality to help you to learn more, to activate parts of you that maybe have been a little dormant. And then sometimes it's amazing. People will see the light code art or hear these incredible transmissions and send me messages that blow my mind. I mean, I remember when I first started the channel, I had a message from somebody in a completely different country on the other side of the world, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is incredible. Not that they had sent me the message from a distance, but that they said they'd seen that symbol in their dreams, and I had never seen it before, and I had never painted it before. And I mean, coming from being a photorealistic painter who was replicating art or creating art that looked like a photograph, to go in to do watercolors where you have no control at all, and not planning, not knowing what colors I'm using, not doing anything except for bringing everything together and then listening to the energy of the group that I've been working with that week. It's quite a difference, quite a change. So to hear somebody say, I saw that in my dreams, I saw that symbol, I relate to that, I relate to the message, I totally understand what they were saying. I believe it was an Antarian one, and he said, I'd heard of them before, but I didn't really have a lot of information, and so it made a huge difference, and that is why I'm doing this work. So yes, a lot of amazing things have happened with the work and doing it. Yet the point is that I want to keep doing this, and I want to make these videos better, and I would love to be able to afford to get music that isn't the free music that I have to spend hours looping to try and make it last through the video, or to get some different music that actually plays, and maybe to update some equipment and whatnot. So this is sort of the goals for the next year or so. At this point, the only way that I know how to do that is to ask for donations, and that's challenging because, as you know, as spiritual folks, it's often challenging to ask. But I really feel like if you are enjoying the content and you really like it and feel called, please donate. Thank you with gratitude to the couple people that did that this year. I'm still amazed that that happened. Thank you very much. And if you don't, you don't. That's okay. But I am coming up with other ideas, and I think another thing that I would really like to do is perhaps teach classes. I used to teach professionally. I think I still got it a little bit. And hopefully I'm going to be able to, so shy. I'm so awkward. A kid went by on his bike and I was like, I'm thinking that maybe doing some teaching would be fun. And gosh, it would be really great to connect with those of you that are wanting to learn how to channel or learn how to connect with your galactic family and group. Maybe there's some of you that are inspired by the art and you want to learn how to bring through the light codes. There's so many things that we could do. So that is something I'm thinking would be a lot of fun, or even to do it online, have an online painting class. So lots of ideas, just a matter of figuring out what is going to work. And yeah, so hopefully that wasn't too off-putting talking about donations. I always find it a little dicey because I'm very grateful for anything that you guys want to share, including your love and your likes and the comments. But on the other hand, I do need to figure out a way to make this keep going because I can't keep doing it out of pocket anymore. So it's one of those things where I need to be able to at least pay for the materials. So yeah, cha-cha. So anyhow, I am looking forward to what's coming up this year. I am really, really excited to see the energies that come through. I think we're in for another roller coaster year. I get that feeling. And it's been a very interesting, I don't know about you guys, I tend to do extremely well when there are big shifts happening, but the little micro shifts on my own levels, those can be really challenging, and I've been dealing with a lot of that the last couple weeks. So that's part of why I'm out walking, just to rejuvenate myself, get my energy back, and get that sorted. This is one of my favorite places, and you might have seen it in my shorts, and it's just so quiet. I have come here sometimes and had animals show up out of nowhere. These beautiful logs with all of their, I'm going to see if I can't zoom in on that, all of the moss. Sometimes I feel like the fairies are sitting there and having a chat with me, and the elementals of the water. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to sort of end the year by letting go of a lot of the stress and the stuff. I don't know about you, but I've had an incredibly stressful 5 weeks. A lot of stuff going on in my personal life that was really unexpected, and it's been tough, but you know what? I'm getting through it, as I know you are. A lot of us are releasing a lot of stuff. Those of us that are the feelers and the sensitives, one of the hardest jobs we've got here on the 3D tangible earth plane is feeling through all this stuff because we're releasing it for the collective consciousness. So good grief. Thank you for doing that work. It's hard, I know. So let's end the year by doing a bit of a cleanse, a little bit of a release. And we're going to imagine some energy that we've been holding on to, or even the whole year if it was tough. And we're going to imagine it like a little energy ball and plunk it in the river. And we're going to let it run all the way down and then on to the other side. And you can just imagine it heading on out to sea and Mother Earth letting all that energy go. So, just going to zoom in. So take a big breath with me. Let that go. And then on our next out breath, we're going to imagine dropping all that ball of negative energy right there. Ready? Okay, now let's watch that ball go down the river. Gonna go over to the other side. And it's heading on out to the ocean. There it goes. All that stress is leaving. Gonna leave us a wonderful few days going into the next year. And there it goes, down to the river. Down, down, down. So I want to end today by saying thank you so much for being part of this community, for connecting with so many people, for being the beautiful light being that you are. Thank you so much for being on the earth plane at this time. Thank you so much for being you. I love ya. Mwah. And I can't wait to see you guys next year. Bye. Like, you share, and you comment. It really makes a huge difference, especially if you are taking a moment to comment, because as I say often, you never know who you might be helping by sharing your viewpoint, by sharing some information, because a lot of people are still very uncomfortable as they're going through their awakening experience. They might not want friends or family to know that they're looking into this content. They might still feel very shy, and sometimes being able to leave a comment, it's almost like giving somebody permission to be themselves, to know that there's people that are going through what they've gone through, like I have, like you are. And thank you for that, because it takes a lot of courage to do that, and I really appreciate you and all of that you have done this year, the last year, if you've been around that long. And I really, really look forward to seeing you guys in the year coming up.